Let's talk about Webflow templates. Okay, there are a lot of misconceptions about Webflow templates, and I'm also going to share you when you should actually use them and when you should not. So let's talk about the misconceptions. Number one, a Webflow Webflow template is not the same as a WordPress theme. They are different. In Webflow, you still have the ability to fully edit the website, whereas in WordPress, you don't have the ability to do that, right? In WordPress, you might be able to change some images or some text, but in Webflow, you can still move everything around and create custom elements. Okay, so that's point number one. This leads me to point number two. Even if you purchase a Webflow template, you're still going to need to know how to you're still going to need edits, right? You're not just going to purchase a Webflow template and it's the perfect template. You're not going to need to move anything. You're not going to need to change images, content, color. You're still going to need to be able to edit all that, right? And I think that's a big misconception that you can just purchase a template and it's just there and you can quickly update its information. That's just not true. So those are the two biggest misconceptions about Webflow templates. I cannot tell you the amount of times that businesses have sent me over a project that they purchased a Webflow template and they asked me to either build the website from the template or finish it off. And I go into the back end and it's just messed up because someone went in and changed the styles on one element, which affected elements on every other page, and new elements were added that have really bad naming conventions, and it just becomes really, really messy. In fact, I was just working on a website last week where they had the project about 70% of the way finished, but the design agency, who doesn't specialize in Webflow, that's a red flag, they don't specialize in Webflow development, and they purchased a template to try to match their custom design. I think that's what was happening. And that's just never, if you have a custom design, don't purchase a template. Just build it from scratch, which is what I always recommend. And we'll get into that in just a second here. But anyways, they purchased a Webflow template and they tried to get it to match the design, and it just got really messy. I went into the back end and I wish I could have gone back and just started from scratch, but they were already 70-80% of the way there. So I basically just had to deal with it. But this is just so common with companies that purchase templates that don't have a good understanding of how they actually work. Now, I don't want to be completely negative about Webflow templates. They are actually great options for certain types of businesses. Number one, they're great for businesses that do not have a designer on the team, or the business owner has poor design skills. If you're not a good designer, don't try to design the website yourself. Purchase a Webflow template because someone who has good design skills, although it may not be completely customizable to your liking, it's still at least going to look good. And I think that's, the most important part. Number two, Webflow templates are great for businesses that don't have a developer, or you have a little bit of development skills, but maybe not enough to completely customize the website from scratch. So you build a Webflow template and then you edit the website yourself to your liking, as long as you know how CSS styles work, HTML. Although you're not going to need to know how to actually custom code that. You do need to know how it works in order to not mess up the CSS styles of the website. Number three, Webflow templates are great for businesses that don't have a budget for a completely custom design. I always recommend a completely custom Webflow development for any business. It's going to help you stand out better. It's going to help you differentiate from your customers, and it's going to help you be able to brand the website better than a template could. But if you don't have a budget, you don't really have an option. Just purchase a template, which usually they're not going to cost more than $100. You purchase a template and then you hire someone to be able to edit the template. Yes, you're still going to have to pay to hire someone who knows how to use Webflow. Don't try to go in there and edit yourself. Again, I've seen it so many times. Business owners think that they can go in and edit the template. It doesn't turn out very well. So just purchase a template, pay someone, $1,000 to go in and edit the template, $2,000. And that is probably going to be your best shot at getting a nice looking website, even though, again, it's not going to be completely customized to your liking. It's still going to look really good. So I hope this clears things up about Webflow templates. I will see you in the next video.